Good afternoon, everyone, and we are about to win good evening in 30 minutes. Okay, so welcome all to the session, and I'm glad you all survived 2 days of API days. So maybe a little round of applause for all of you. Cool. I'm sure if you have attended previous sessions, you might have learned more about or hear about AI agents and everything. Hello. Hello. Is it fine? Yeah. But I'm not going to discuss about how you build an AI agent and everything, but moreover, we are going to talk about the security part of it. Okay. And I'm going to show you a legit problem that we have right now when it comes to using agents in the production. And then we have a solution for that. So after my talk, you have a takeaway to get from here. Cool. So my name is Sohail Pathan. I'm a senior developer advocate at Okta. Previously, I worked for companies like AppyHub, which is an API marketplace, and coming from a deep backend background where I have created microservices shipped and used by more than 25K plus developers previously. First of all, before even going to talk about the AI agent, let's all of you go back to the era when AI agents wasn't even a thing. Let's talk about 5 years before. I'm sure every one of you have used one of the apps out of it, okay, generally. And generally in enterprises setup, most of these apps are connected to one single IDP. It could be Google, it could be Microsoft, and it could be Okta if anyone of you used it. Like one single sign-in or authentication service to rule them all basically. And that helps you a lot because you don't have to remember the username and password for everyone. This is how it works. So, and why I say enterprises are drowning into SaaS, every day you see there are new apps coming up, your company investing new tools, they get connected to the ecosystem, and this is how things gets bigger and bigger. So probably one of you might have an access to 20 or 20 plus APIs depending on the different role you have. Okay, this is about when I say 2019, where AI agent was not even heard. Things changed, we had a new way, and now we have the SaaS apps. On top of that, there is an AI agent, and you as a user, the AI agent wants to work on your behalf. Okay. AI agents came into the picture slowly, and now AI agents can do multiple things. So for an example, AI agents can fetch files, schedule a meeting for you, update the records for you, draft and send an email. This is what they can do altogether autonomously. And most important part of it, they can act behalf of a single person, they can act behalf of your team, and they can act behalf of your organization, depend on what privileges you have give to that AI agent. Okay, let's talk about a little number here. So this is the survey that has been conducted by the LangChain, very famous framework for creating AI agents. And they said, and it was conducted in 2024, so there must have been a number has been changed. Around 51% of companies are using AI agents in the production, out of which 78%, so those who are not using it, they say that they might have an agent in the production in the coming days. So AI agents are really coming. Even if you believe or does not accept that, it is going to come very soon in the production as well. Okay, but again, that gives a very big question to every one of us, the whole tech community, I would say, that, okay, we are racing towards adopting the AI agents, but almost no one asks how we basically provide the security, or basically who generally secures them. Very fancy term, very usable utility, but how to secure them? Because not securing them, you will see these headlines popping up on your timelines. If you read, this was very recently, if you look at the date, July 25, there was a breach which is created by Amazon AI coding agent and hacked into wiping data. And again, there was Agentforce AI agent exposed CRM. So when you put AI agents into the production, they are tend to behave like this if you don't secure them basically. So this is what happening currently as of now. To AI agent to work really good, or you can say a better, they need an access to the data. That's basically could be internal data, external data, whatever you want them to do or execute, they need an access for the data. Generally, when companies are deploying AI agent, if you look at this particular number, they are not giving them read and write kind of a permission. Generally, if you see the graph of read only, they have a more read only permissions because they don't trust the AI agents to do some kind of a write operations on their data basically. So this is the problem, and this is basically, if you look at the enterprise stats, that's even more claiming. But then it comes to the part. So if we go to the OAuth, we built OAuth because of the identity security. Like we built for ourselves, humans. We wanted to have everyone have their own identity when they when they accessing any app. And the OAuth was designed to have other people in the loop as well. So for example, your company IT admin, they even look at when did you log in, when did you log out, with the access they have, or we can say with the dashboard they have. But again, this is a claim. The founder of OAuth says that we designed the OAuth for people, not for agents. So what can we do here? We can extend it. There is a possibility to extend that. And now I'm going to tell you how we are extending it here. So one of the, I'll just highlight 3 critical problems here. Why AI agents are not trustable as of now. They lie. They have the confidence of liar. When they give when they do hallucination, the amount of knowledge they give, you cannot trust that. People might just accept that response somehow if they don't reviewing it. Okay. There is a magic 8-ball effect. For single prompt, an AI agent can give a different set of answers. For different models can give a different set of answers. So there is no determinism when they give response. And we as a human, we like deterministic way. 2 plus 2 is a 4, right? If someone comes say it's 6, we won't accept that. Okay, and the art of ignoring as well. This is all of you have experience. You talk to AI agent continuously. For an example, on the top, you specifically must have mentioned that, hey, don't do this. But after some time, if you eventually give that instruction, AI agent might gonna execute that, forgetting that you have restricted him on the top actually. So this is what we call the instructional drift, where AI agent possibly can do something which it should not have done. Okay. So currently right now, when we did the research, there are a couple of approaches in which people are giving agents the access, and one of them was which is this one. So you as a user, basically, you have a Bob. This is your AI agent, and this is your to do basically a SaaS application. You can consider any SaaS application. Could be Zoom, could be Google Calendar, could be anything. If you want your AI agent to accept, to basically send a request to 220, you're basically going to give that API key that you have generated, which could be for you, which could be coming up with read and write, every kind of a permission. Okay, agents gets that, agents call that calls API, or you can say make a request to your to-do resource server. Okay, and it gets the response. In this way, you are not in the loop at all. Like you have just randomly give a permission to, hey, take this API key and do whatever you want, something like that. So on the scale of good, better, best, just this is the very worst kind of you can say option. Never do this. So yeah, it has a problem basically. It is a little overprivileged. You don't have any accountability, and if in any case your agent exposed that API key, there would be a problem. So there will be a theft. Okay. The second approach. So we are going to discuss the second approach. We saw the first approach. We saw the problem of it. In this case, you have an IDP here. It could be anything. It could be any you can say brand as of now. This is where you say AI agent that, hey, make first of all go to auth server and do the sign in. So to do auth server, have your own ID. Agent 0 will going to do the single sign on. The auth server will send you to, hey, do the login part, and auth server will have the ID token basically here. And then with the ID token, agent 0 have the access token, because to do auth server knows your identity and it has validated that you are the one who is accessing the values. And you have the access token, and with that access token, again, AI agent can do that. It is a really good approach. You can try out. This is basically what you are doing with your current apps right now, but it also has a problem. It's seen at, technically it is seen at you are doing the login, not agent. Basically, IDP doesn't see that. IDP just sees that there is a user called Sohail who has logged into this particular app that might be a problematic basically. Okay, so IP admin doesn't see that there is an agent who is doing this. And scalability, if there are 5 agents or 5 different tabs, if you do the permutation combination, you will see it's not scalable. You can't just do the auth for every particular agent here. Okay, so this is the problem with the second approach. This generally works but not recommended. And overall, when we see both the approaches, there are 3 major problems we find out: visibility, governance, and security. You want your IDP to see every action. Then also there should be a governance, whatever amount of scopes that has been given, and then you need to have that agent's particular privileges. Ladies and gentlemen, I explain you the solution that we are bringing on. If we had to extend the OAuth mechanism for the user, for the human, what we are doing, we need to do that for agents as well, which is basically, we call it cross-app access. And also, it is formally known as Identity Assertion Authorization Grant. So if you have a little bit idea about OAuth, you can actually go and read about this IETF draft, which is currently, by this moment when we are sitting here, this has been accepted globally. The OAuth working group has accepted it. And basically, it is got reference from token exchange, RFC 8693. And then another specification we have, that is 74523. This is where you do the JOT exchange. Okay, bit technical, right? I am going to give you a live demonstration of it. Okay, so in this standard, we first of all need to know what the roles are. First of all, there is an agent 0, which is your AI agent, is a requesting app. Then you have identity provider here, which is where you do the sign-in part. And then you have the to-do 0, which is your resource app basically. Okay, let's start. And also the underlying condition is your agent 0 and your to-do 0 both need to be connected to the single IDT. So what I mean by that, your Google Calendar, your Zoom, or any different app needs to be connected with one single IDP. Then this protocol works very well. So this is where this happens. IDP makes your agent 0 going to do the single sign-on, and agent 0 will get the ID token. This ID token will contain the details about you. Then we have the ID token here. After that, agent 0 will say that, hey, I need the access to the to-do 0, which is basically your resource app here. For that, agent 0 will not directly go to the to-do server. It will say, hey, I am agent 0. I already have an ID token provided by the user. The user who has an account on to-do 0, take this ID token and issue me a JAG token basically. Okay, so I can act on behalf of a user, which is basically, in this case, you. Okay, IDP checks that, okay, I have got your JAG request, let me validate it, and let me first of all see if that user have the same user have an account on to-do 0. It gets validated, and your IDP returns a new kind of a token, which is ID-JAG. You might have heard about ID token, you might have heard about access token. This is a new kind of a token we have introduced for agents. Now you have the ID-JAG. The ID-JAG works as a payment receipt. So for an example, just an example, if you want to borrow some money from anyone, you show kind of a receipt that, hey, take this receipt and give me the money. This works in very similar way where you show that ID-JAG token to OAuth server and says that, hey, to OAuth server, I have got a JAG token from the IDP. The IDP has already validated the user policies. Please accept this JAG token and issue me an access token so that I can accept it, so that I can act on behalf of to-do 0 server. To-do 0 OAuth server takes care of everything and return the access token. And now agent 0 will going to make a direct API call to to-do 0 resource server, and you get the response. So in that scenario, IDP knows everything. IDP knows that agent 0 does not directly have a token which can be which I am not aware of. Your IDP knows that I have given that token, and he knows everything. The IDP knows everything. So whatever amount of call the agent 0 will going to make to your to-do resource server, IDP knows that. This is where the monitoring is also happening. And what is the special part in this? When we see the OAuth flow, the OIDC flow here, basically you are telling your authorization server that, hey, this is a ID token, which is me. Take this ID token and returns me the ID-JAG token, and this is the new kind of token which you can request to have an access to the resource app. This is the new part we have introduced in the OAuth as of now. I'll better want to give you all this a live demo of it if demo god is not cursing me today. Yeah, sure. I'll just. All right. So here I have the to-do application, which I told you guys. And then I have the agent 0 here as well. Okay. I'm going to log in through the to-do 0. Consider that you are logging in your to Zoom app or maybe Google Meet app. So for now, it is going to be bob@tables.fake. Okay, and this is where you get redirected to do the sign-in part. Okay, so this is basically a to-do app. This is where I'm going to create some to-dos here. So basically API days talk, basically book a cab, and could be something like prepare dinner. Yeah, that I have to do after going this. Okay, and out of which I am marking one particular task here, which is basically completed. Okay, this is just a normal to-do app, but the endpoint is basically protected here. Now we go to agent 0 here. Okay, this is your resource. This was your resource app. We go to agent 0 here. Okay, and agent 0 we are currently using AWS Bedrock for it, but if you want to try, you can use the Cloud API here as well. I'm first of all connecting an LLM to my model, and then agent 0 will do the SSO now. So when I click on connect to IDP, I will basically in the back channel, from the back, I'm doing the SSO because I have my session, because I have logged into to-do 0, I don't need to go and do the consent screen and everything. Okay. How can we make sure that we have ID-JAG and access token now? So /API/tokens. Okay, so if you here you will see there are 3 types of token we have available. The first one was your ID token. Then using the ID token, we exchange the JAG token, and with the JAG token, using the JAG token, we have exchanged the access token. Okay, so now what I'm going to do here is I am going to tell my basically, okay, things are working fine here. Okay, now I'm going to access my to-do apps using agent 0, and my agent 0 is doing a basically protected call. It has an access token that it will going to use. So if I say, hey there, what's in my to-do list? Yeah, you see now you have the response here, which is basically pending task and completed task. If I can just maybe zoom it a little. Yeah, so my agent 0 now have access to the resource basically using that access token, and it knows the state, and this is all happening securely. Your IDP, your identity provider basically is aware of it here. So this is what we have proposed here right now. I should go back to my presentation. Okay, and with this, we have visibility, we have governance, being your admin can control who can log in, who can not log in, and it is gonna see that whether it's an agent or a different user logging in. And the access token that has been given by IDP, it's very short-lived. So even if that access token get exposed or somehow basically uh, went off from that AI agent, you have your admin portal, which is where you can go and rotate the token and just delete the token as well. Then after that, that access gets revoked totally. So any one of you want to know about this new protocol, cross-app access, there is a resources link. I have created a blog which explains everything what I have delivered to you right now. And if you specifically want to try out how to do the cross-app access, there is a GitHub repository with all the instructions. You will just need AWS Bedrock credentials, and this way you can do the cross-app access. This is going to be we have predicted that this is one of the way you secure the AI agents. So this is going to be adopted by different IDPs. So yeah, with that, I say thank you to all of you. And if you have any questions, for sure. Yes, please go ahead. Sorry? Machine-to-machine authorizations are also provided. Yeah. So you could treat agent as a specific application or machine and create multiple applications for that one. And then you could use the token for that. So why there is a specific reason that you have defined a new token? This is where basically what's happening. So even if there is an end-to-end happening, there is a user on behalf of it. Also, even if you're telling about how we generally do the TV login and everything, right? TV login, or you could say it's general, it's machine. Yeah, right? But this is where there is a user who is basically logging on behalf of you. Like it's a you logging in. If you are having a system. You're talking about agent to agent communication. Yeah, agent to agent on any application to application communication. Yes, yeah. Yes. It's not a manual process. Yeah. So you enter one time, okay, this is yeah. Program. Yeah. You have some credentials or something, and you connect with that. Yeah. So that's a machine to machine that is doesn't. Yeah. So here when you are taking votes, agents, they could be utilized as a machine, right? They could be utilized as a machine, but there was a problem of there is a blind spot of audit control over there. Okay, that we found out because IT admins wanted to know. So I'll basically give you what an example. Cloud concept, you have service accounts, application to applications. Yeah, yeah. So what was happening? What was happening here? If I just go back. Okay. If I go to that approach, that was very similar to, yeah, the second approach basically. Yeah, this is where what's happening. Even if, so you do the login basically, you do the login, but when your authorization server gives the access token to another application, IDP doesn't see that. IDP just sees that one user has logged into another application. So this is one application. This is basically IDP sees that the user has logged in. What we wanted to solve that AI agents should first of all ask that, hey, I need this resources. Second, this IDP should know this user just not only doing the login but also giving the access token, and this is where your custom authorization server works play. Okay, I disagree on this part because when you are creating for the machine-to-machine application, yeah. Okay, you start with the approval, and when you're trying to set up, you do the SSO over there as well, right? Okay. You do the SSO, right? No, generally it is manual. Machine-to-machine it is manual because then you need okay. Someone approval or authorization that okay. Yeah. It's approved on that part. Yeah. Even if you do, I'm not sure how did you do the SSO over that. Basically what you do when you are saying machine to machine part one, when you in the TV, when you, this is basically headless login, right? You are not going on the browser, not doing the SSO, but you have to enter some number, some OTP over it. Am I correct? Yeah, you could say that you have to enter some OTP or some yeah. Credentials. Some credentials over it. Yeah, yeah. Okay. But when you say that agent board is connecting with that, so when you do the setup, then for setup would be manual, or if you want to do automatic also, then you have some defined over that. Okay, this approval for this agent, there would be some owner for that agent or the yeah, sure. So that would be given sys request that okay, this should be approved or automatically approved. Some process predefined scope. You are saying that, yeah. Predefined scope or automatic process. So yeah. Once setup is done, okay. Then it will be easier because then you have that okay, this request is coming from this Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Uh, uh, I think I'm not understanding what exactly you say because I haven't that much worked on the M2M part, but let's discuss this after that. Okay, let's discuss this part. But yeah, with that, we have this right now with every one of you, and I would love if you just let's go to the last slide here. Uh, so ID-JAG, when we say that JAG has, if you decode it, JAG is a new type of token. We say the JAG token. It's, I guess, what? JAG. I'm not reminding it right now, but I'll tell you. Just Google it. I'd say I'll just look at it and I'll tell you. I'll tell you. But yes, with that, you guys can go and just try it out once. Thank you so much.